My name is Christian Cresswell, and this is my story. I didn't grow up in church. It was me and my sisters. I grew up with an abusive alcoholic mother. Uh, it was hard growing up. It was the three of us pretty much fighting to survive. Um, she was hardly home when she was. She wasn't present. She was drunk or in her room most of the time. It was very hard. For years. My dad finally got custody of us when I was probably about 12. And even then it was still hard. It was difficult. It was change of scenery, change of environment. It caused me to rebel. I wasn't used to it. Being with my mom was all I ever knew. It was a good change, but it was different, and I didn't like that. I got into a lot of fights, pointless ones. I was very angry and bitter towards my dad because of that. And we still saw our mom on the weekends, but I remember my mama, who's like my best friend, passed away. And I remember being in the hospital praying for the first time. I was in the bathroom, and I said, God, I will do whatever you want if you keep her here. And shortly after that, she ended up passing away. And I was bitter towards God. I refused to step foot in church. I wouldn't even go to her funeral. I had to be drugged into the church for her funeral. And the summer after that, I got into alcohol, and it destroyed me that summer. And I remember reflecting on that one night after I had gotten drunk, and I thought to myself, how could I let this happen? I'm becoming like the person I despise, that I hate the most. And I told my mom, I was like, I'm not going to come see you for a while. I'm going to go and change, because this isn't the life that I want to live. So some time passed. I stopped cussing. I stopped alcohol. I stopped getting into fights. And I remember cleaning my room the very beginning of COVID after we had gotten let out of school. And I found this Bible that my grandfather had given me. I said, if I'm serious about changing, this is where I'm going to start. And it didn't last long. I read maybe 5 chapters of Matthew. And I remember I started going to church with my grandfather. He took me to Sunday school and the main service. And not too long after that, I get out of swim practice, and I meet my pastor up at the church, and I made a profession of faith. I didn't believe it. I did it out of fear. I was scared. And I let that sit and let myself believe that I was saved. And in December of 2021, my youth pastor had taken me and our youth group to a winter retreat at Southland. And I pulled him outside Wednesday night. And I said, Brother Isaac, I'm not saved. And that night I got saved. And I remember it was like an overwhelming peace came over me. Like all my problems had gone away. That didn't last long. I knew with that there were going to come more trials and more battles. And the next few years were rough. High school was rough because I was living differently than everybody else. My friends were a couple people that were in the youth group with me at my school, and then my friends in the church. I continued to go on and live how I believed God wanted me to live. And I go off to college where I knew He didn't want me. I was very angry with my parents and very bitter still. We had gotten to fights a lot, and it was really about my biological mom. Anything that was said or brought up about her, we would fight about. And I was just bitter towards that. Even though I stopped seeing her, I stopped talking to her, and yet I still got defensive. She's like she was still controlling my life, like she still had an anchor weighing down on me for my entire life. I'm sitting in my college dorm with my roommate, and this is over the summer, and I'm thinking to him, I was like, I need to change. Like, I can't keep acting like this towards my parents. I can't keep living this way that I'm living. because I'm exhausted, I'm drained, and I'm fighting a battle that I can't win. So I grabbed his phone and I called my biological mother. We talked for about 2 hours, and I said, I can't keep holding on to this anymore. I'm done hating you, and I forgive you. And since then, the rest has been history.